But that's another thing. Like, how do you go about promoting shows? Because you're literally just a bar in Des Moines that is amongst many other bars. You're kind of like out of the way. You're not downtown, but you're not terribly far away from it. But how do you promote shows? Because I feel like that's a thing that doesn't happen anymore. Like, you can't put flyers up and things like that on cars or wherever.
Well, and one thing that I believe is, I believe in physical flyers. I believe in putting posters up. And I like to think I make some really cool posters. I hang them up all around town. We do the best we can to do stuff like that. But what kind of bothers me sometimes is I think the younger bands who weren't around back in the late 90s or the 2000s, they don't get it. And I think they rely too much on social media. Like, hey, we'll make an event. We'll put it out. It's more than that. If 50 people say they're coming, you have to assume 10% are.
Yep.
Remember the old days where, we would go out and we would flyer a parking lot. If Rob Zombie was playing, we figure, well, maybe some of these people are going to like our music. We put 800 flyers on cars. And if we got 10 people, we won. Mm-hmm. But, when went out to your car after a show, or even going to going to see a band down at Gaslamp, when's the last time you got in your car and see a flyer for someone playing at Lefties?
That's true.
That used to be a common thing. Back in 2006, 2003, 2000, 1999, et cetera, back in those days, if you went to a show, when you left that night, there was 3 flyers for concerts, within the next 2 or 3 weeks. That's how bands promoted back then. And I don't know if maybe people don't know how to do that anymore, or if they're apathetic or not, but that's how we used to promote back then. I just, Facebook is a great tool, but I can't say that it's reliable. You really don't know what the return is when you put an event on Facebook. You want your friends and your family to come, but man, you put a flyer on someone's car, you put something physical in their hand, they're looking, oh, well, what's this? Oh, at least they saw it and they see your name. And I just think that there needs to be more kind of street team promotions like in the old days, because it was effective. I really think it was. Yeah,
I agree wholeheartedly, because I feel like, and this is going to sound really dumb, but like with the podcast, I was always like, I'm going to always have stickers, and I'm going to have as many with me as I can, and I'm going to give them out because somebody's going to put a sticker on something, and then someone else is going to see it, and it's like free promotion. So I always said no business cards, it's stickers. And it's funny because you'll give them to people and you'll see them like stuck to, like I saw one on a light pole today in downtown Fort Dodge, and I was like, that is wild. Like, and I didn't even stick it there. So it's like, that's crazy, and so people are obviously walking past that thing and seeing it. So it's not too far off from, what you're kind of explaining, where it's just like, if you put something in their hands or in their line of sight where they have to touch it, and even if they just throw it away, they still looked at it. But like on Facebook, you make an event and it's like
80. 380. What?
Yeah.
But they at least, your name was in their head for a couple seconds.
Yeah, exactly. And on Facebook, if they don't follow you or have any friends that follow you, they'll never see your event.